It's the arrival of the newest addition to Monday Nights.
GM Mandy Rose and the WWE Universe are lucky to have this superstar on Monday Night Raw.
I know he's accomplished a lot in other places, but let's see how he does here on the red brand. Then we'll talk.
This superstar looks determined tonight.
Whoa, from behind.
They're going to settle this right now.
What position here? Uh-oh. Oh.
And their opponents first, from Monterrey, Mexico, weighing in at 198 pounds, Humberto Carrillo.
A lot of people have questioned just how far Humberto Carrillo can go, but he assured me that he is as confident as he has ever been.
Things around.
We're about to see
Humberto won't come back from that.
try and end it.
2, 3, and that will end it.
Here is your winner, the Enforcer, Brandon Gutierrez.
They went the extra mile in this win.
I agree. What a win.
It's always great to visit the pay window, but a victory like this makes the winner's purse all that much sweeter.
It's stressful always being on high alert. Never know who's going to come after me and my title. But this really helps. Oh yeah, that's it. Keep going, right there. Damn, I guess the reviews were right. You do have strong hands. Okay, easy now.
Time to flip over onto your back now.
Hey, what the hell?
Come on, ref!
R-Truth can never get a moment to relax.
Not as long as he has the 24/7 championship.
Target acquired, just a matter of moments. Uh-oh, a stunner! The cover!
2, 3.
Yes! New champ! Seriously? I didn't even get 1 minute to celebrate.
Enjoy your 24/7 championship reign while you can.
All right, get back here.
You're not mad I beat your friend?
If I got mad every time he lost a 24/7 championship, I'd be a very angry person.
Good point.
I actually wanted to ask a favor. I'm always looking to improve my in-ring skills, and since you seem to be on a roll, would you watch my next match and let me know what you think?
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Thanks.
And there you see the 24/7 champion checking out Carmella's match.
Looks like he's seen enough.
Wait, R-Truth from behind!
This guy's day can't get any more interesting.
I might have an idea what this is all about.
Yeah, after what we heard happened backstage.
It's Kane!
And not Mayor Kane, it's the big red machine. The demon has been awakened.
Choke slam!
He's been put on notice!
Tonight over Kane.
Hold on, is this what I think it is?
It's The Undertaker!
The Phenom is here on Raw!
He called Taker out on social media. Now he has to answer him face to face.
Let's see how tough he is now.
Undertaker's not going to wait.
And there he goes. He wants nothing to do with the dead man.
He just took down Kane. I think he's had enough of the Brothers of Destruction for one night.
And there you see The Undertaker checking on Kane.
Wait a minute, from behind, with a chair on Undertaker.
And Orton's got one too. They are laying waste to Kane and Undertaker.
Come on, you won the match. This is too much.
One of the best superstars around.
The following contest is a Hell in a Cell match. Making his way to the ring from El Paso, Texas. Weighing in at 272 pounds. The Enforcer, Brandon Gutierrez.
While this competitor was on the Indies, he crossed paths with some future WWE superstars, but he must know this is a completely different animal.
And he's on a different level now, but the only way to prove that is by stringing victories together.
Dearly for it.
Clothesline!
Running Swanton finds the mark.
This is what you call high risk, high reward. It's over. Brutality finally comes to an end.
Winner, the Enforcer, Brandon Gutierrez.
You cannot say they didn't give it their all and then some to achieve this victory.
The reward definitely seems greater than the risk right about now, but we'll see how...
I can't believe it. Tommaso Ciampa has been dethroned.
And now it's time for him to say goodbye to his precious Stripey.
Maybe he doesn't want to.
He doesn't seem too happy about it, but apparently Ciampa is ready to accept this loss.
Whoa, what the heck?
Obviously, he wasn't ready to accept this loss.
Oh my God, what's he doing with those steel steps?
I think we've seen this before in Ciampa's epic battles with Johnny Gargano.
Oh, no.
Fairy tale ending on the steel stairs.
The new United States champion could be severely injured.
Yeah, he came crashing down face and rib first on those unforgiving steps.
And would you look at that? Ciampa isn't going to part ways with Stripey after all. He's leaving with the United States Championship.
Just all-around disgraceful actions that we've witnessed here tonight. In any event, stay tuned for updates on the new champion's condition.
Here's an update. Not good.
Yeah, because I just saw your x-rays and you're going to be out for over a month, which is a month without the U.S. Championship being defended on Raw. I have no other choice.
You never wanted me to beat Ciampa. All you care about is keeping his record-breaking reign going for the brand and ratings.
That's my job to care about that stuff. Besides, we wouldn't be having this conversation if you weren't soft. That's what you called Ciampa, right?
He attacked me after the match. You know, the match where I beat him.
Look, you can go to the Performance Center, rehab your injury, then come back at full strength, and you'll most likely have a rematch waiting for you.
Most likely?
A lot can happen in 6 weeks. The alternative is you face Ciampa for the championship next week while gasping for air with a chest full of broken ribs, most likely lose, and then maybe never get a shot again. But either way, the title's returning to someone who can defend it immediately at 100%. So what do you want to do?
I don't care what you, Ciampa, or anyone else says about being soft. I'm not going to risk my career for one match. I'll be back for my U.S. title when I'm 100%.
All right, I'll let the PC know you're coming.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE United States Champion, the Enforcer.
Hello? Mr. McMahon? I'm here for the meeting you requested. Made me wake up early to come down here, then you're nowhere to be found. Nice. Hello? Mr. McMahon? Anyone?
Haha, hey there, pal. Just getting a last-second workout in over here. Come on over and join me. Let's see what you're made of.
One. Yeah. One, two, three.
DMs. I was almost expecting a handwritten letter to show up in the mail.
If that would help greenlight the WCW reunion show, then I'd do it.
Look, I heard you already have Rey Mysterio on board, and obviously he can still go. But what about the other former WCW guys who aren't really active anymore?
Okay, so what if I bring in another former WCW star and have a match against them on Raw to prove to you this can work?
Okay, fine. I'll be watching. But if I'm not impressed then it's off. No more texts, DMs, or letters. Deal?
I promise, you won't be disappointed.
This should be very interesting.
All week long, you've heard about a huge announcement I'd be making tonight. And now the time has finally come. You might be able to guess what it is based on the men who are gathered in this ring and those giant steel letters. But let's make it official. In the very near future, there's gonna be a special one-night tribute show to the men and women of World Championship Wrestling. And it's going to be called WCW One Night Nitro. That's right. Raw is now where the big boys play. I just want to say, it's truly an honor to be a part of helping put all of this together. And I can't wait to pay tribute to the legends in this ring and many more who influenced my career. Now, with that being said, I'd like to...
Huge news with the announcement of WCW One Night Nitro. But apparently, AJ Styles has something to say about it.
Whatever it is, it must be urgent.
Sorry to crash the big party, but I just wanted to say I'd love to be a part of this reunion show too. Apparently you forgot I spent a few months in WCW before it went out of business.
No slight intended. I was actually planning on reaching out to you. Just wanted to make sure we save room on the card for some of the more well-known WCW stars.
Well known, huh?
I mean well-known in WCW, not in general. Like you said, you were only there for a few months. But I'm sure we can work this out. Let's talk more later, all right?
Yeah, sounds good. I'll let you get back to it.
As you can see, This show is so big that everyone wants to be a part of it. Now stay tuned to the WCW hotline. Just kidding. Stay tuned to social media for more information on WCW One Night Nitro!
We never thought we'd see this moment. WCW will return for one night only.
Hold up. AJ Styles with the chair shot.
He's not waiting to talk about this later. AJ Styles clearly felt disrespected tonight, and now he's taking it out on all the WCW legends.
And down goes Booker T.
Kevin Nash can't stop.
Styles dumps Ray to the outside.
Okay, maybe this will be a fair fight.
Guess not. AJ setting up for the Styles Clash.
Down onto the steel chair. This was supposed to be a moment to celebrate the legends of WCW, but AJ Styles did everything in his power to ruin that.
Just pathetic, in my opinion.
This seems to be about more than just being excluded from the event. There's something else going on here.
And one more disgraceful act to close out an all-around shameful night for AJ Styles.
All week long, I've been getting messages on social media. Why, AJ? Why did you take out the WCW legends? Why'd you ruin One Night Nitro? Well, here's the answer. At first, I was slightly offended I wasn't considered for the show. After all, like I said, I was an actual wrestler there, unlike the superfan wannabe putting it all together, who never stepped foot in a WCW ring. More on him in a second. But then the more I thought about it, I didn't want to be a part of bringing back and honoring the egotistical, greedy dinosaurs who sleptwalk through their matches just to collect a fat paycheck, putting the company out of business and nearly killing my career before it ever got started. In fact, it was so bad down there, when they first offered me a contract, I turned it down and took a job delivering water because it paid more. Because all these so-called legends were flying around in private jets with their guaranteed contracts, wrestling 4 times a year, and there was no money left to pay guys who actually wanted to be there. Ultimately, I ended up going to WCW for 3 months, and it was way worse than I thought it would be. Every decision from the top guys was made to hold back the younger, more talented wrestlers like me. Finally, it all caught up to them, and the company folded. I had to go back to the Indies and work my butt off to make it to where I am today. But I'm the exception. Most of the younger WCW guys from that era, like my old tag team partner, they never made it. So that's how I remember WCW. Not as this company that beat WWE for a short time, or part of this over-glorified golden era of wrestling, but a sinking ship that almost took down AJ Styles with it. So that's why I did what I did. I shut down the embarrassing tribute show before it ever happened, and I'd do it again 500 times. So let's circle back to the guy who started all this. You were just a fan when all that with WCW went down. You had no idea what really happened, but in my eyes, that almost makes you worse than the so-called legends you put on a pedestal. You're supposedly a WWE superstar now, so act like it. This isn't your time to play fantasy WCW. It's embarrassing. So you want to talk about destroying me for what I did? Remember, WCW already tried that, and they failed. So I'm going to do a favor for every man in destroy you. Challenge accepted.
Is he attempting a Styles Clash?
It's Finn Balor.
What's he doing here?
It seems Balor's attempting to help out his former club partner.
He's certainly got everyone's attention.
AJ Styles has a chair, and the referee has no idea.
Neither does his opponent. It's Kevin Nash.
We haven't seen Nash since Styles took out the WCW legends a few weeks back.
This is his chance for payback.
Kevin Nash just turned on his friend.
I can't believe this is happening.
And now AJ taking advantage.
He's gonna do it.
He hits this and it's done. Styles clash.
1, 2, 3.
And it's all over thanks to the interference from Finn Balor and the shocking actions of Kevin Nash.
This is unbelievable.
What exactly is the relationship between these three?
I'm not sure if Balor and Styles even know.
There's your answer. It looks like we've just witnessed the birth.
This is bad news for WWE.
Oh, I agree. Nothing good can come from this.
Brandon Gutierrez and Rey Mysterio.
And a big-time victory for this tag team here tonight.
Two men with one common goal can be a...
Oh man, AJ Styles is in real trouble. Down on the skull.
Crucial moment for Styles.
Shoulders down.
2, 3.
And this one is over.
Here is your winner, the Enforcer, Brandon Gutierrez.
Let's hear what our United States champion has to say before his title defense.
You all saw what happened last week when Dolph Ziggler attacked me after the U.S. Champions Battle Royal. I guess he was a little upset he wasn't included and feeling overlooked in general. So, I promised Dolph that I'd come out here tonight and recognize some of the amazing moments from his career. So, let's start at the beginning, where Dolph proved he was special from day one, debuting in WWE as a preppy-looking golf caddy. How could anyone ever overlook that? Not wanting to become too big of a star too fast, Dolph then decided to become a male cheerleader. He truly was a show-off of both versatility and spirit. After those two stints were so overwhelmingly successful, Dolph again didn't want to outshine his fellow superstars, so he decided to go back to developmental to come up with another amazing persona and give back to future superstars. After this hiatus, Dolph would return and continue to entertain the WWE Universe for the past decade and a half, even trying his hand at stand-up comedy in front of as many as 20 to 30 people. Speaking of jokes, I think that's about enough of that. Now I'm gonna tell you the truth about Dolph Ziggler. He's not given the credit he thinks he deserves because he has no identity. A caddy, a cheerleader, a stand-up comedian. How can he be recognized if he can't even recognize himself? But here's the thing. I know who I am. And that's the United States champion who will kick anyone's ass who gets in my way. So, Dolph, after I'm through with my match tonight, you won't be overlooked. You'll just be next.
Strong words from the United States champion. He'll defend his title coming up next.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE United States Champion, the Enforcer, Brandon Gutierrez.
And that seemed like a pretty easy day at the office right there.
As always, Cole, you're more polite than I am, so I'll just say what we're all thinking. This was as one-sided as it gets.
Corey, what do you think of the champ's chances here tonight?
I love him. I'm not like everybody else, Cole. It seems like everybody's ready to write the champ's demise, but not me.
Left in Samoa Joe.
Joe left an opening.
Driver spiked him, and we are done here.
Here is your winner, the Enforcer, Brandon Gutierrez.
No other way to put it, guys. That was kind of a butt kicking.
An absolute statement by the victor here tonight. What a steamrolling.
Tire is being neutralized.
Drew doesn't usually allow his opponents to gain this much confidence.
And the champion finally ready to put this one away.
1, 2, 3.
That's it. The champ stays the champ.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE United States Champion, the Enforcer, Brandon Gutierrez.
What an emphatic victory, guys. No contest.
I'm still deciding what I want to do.
If you're going to be even loosely associated with us, then we need full transparency. So are you going to attempt to qualify or no?
I think it would be a mistake if I didn't.
Okay. Well, good news. I already spoke to Mandy Rose and got you in a 10-man Royal Rumble qualifying match tonight. It pays to have friends in high places.
Yes, it does.
Don't want to ruin your big night, but I have some bad news and thought you should hear it from me first.
What's going on?
Management has started drawing entry numbers for the Royal Rumble. And I found out that you drew number 2.
Damn.
I know. I tried talking to Mandy, but she couldn't change it. There's only so much power I have around here. But look, I was in the same spot in 2014.
I can't remember. Did you win?
No, but I lasted nearly 50 minutes, making it to the final 5. But you can do more. You can win. I know it. And then after that, at WrestleMania, you defeat the Universal Champion from SmackDown, and we control WWE together.
Sounds like a plan.
You're damn right it does.
Here's your winner, the Enforcer, Brandon Gutierrez.
The WWE Universe showing appreciation as all...
Let's hear what WWE Champion Seth Rollins has to say after his little misstep on social media.
His account was hacked.
Part of being the Monday Night Messiah is being honest with your disciples. It's that trust, that bond that gives us strength and allows us to accomplish great things. So I'm here tonight to tell the truth about why I did what I did, to show it was all for the greater good and still can be. So, I'll speak directly to our discontented brother, Messiah to man. First, let's get this out of the way. My social media account was not hacked. We did have intentions of striking you down if you chose to face me at WrestleMania. That's the truth. But full disclosure, there were other transgressions that took place before that. I told Mandy Rose that you didn't want an automatic qualifying spot in the Rumble, that you really wanted to earn it, which got you put in the 10-man qualifying match. That's the truth. And then, when you won that match, we needed another plan. So, I pulled some strings and got you the number 2 entry spot in the Rumble. And then, of course, we all know how that turned out. And how we ended up here tonight. And all of that is the truth. So now, I've bared my soul to you and shown you everything. We can still work together. We can still do great things. Win the Universal Championship at WrestleMania, and we can take over WWE like we had planned. Or you can ignore the truth, throw everything away, and take on the Monday Night Messiah and his disciples and face your destruction at our hands. Make no mistake. If you challenge us, we will finish the burial that I started. But remember, I was just trying to steer you toward the correct choice, to help you succeed. And that's what I'm doing again now. But this is it. It's your last chance. Make the right decision, honor the truth, and trust me for the greater good.
Behind them, or will he choose to take on Seth Rollins at WrestleMania? We'll find out soon enough.
The WWE Universe heard from Seth Rollins earlier tonight, and we all want to know. Did his words have any impact on who you will face at WrestleMania?
You might be wondering why I'm holding this shovel. You see, Seth likes to speak in metaphors and talk about all sorts of things like the greater good and embracing the truth. So I figured I'd speak his language. Seth, you and your disciples tried to bury me, but you failed. And now, I'm gonna bury you at WrestleMania. That's right, I'm not changing my mind. But you know what? Why wait until WrestleMania? I'm gonna start the burial tonight by taking out your disciples in a 3-on-1 match. Actually, I forgot about the shovel. Make that 3-on-2.
As Seth Rollins' followers prepare for this 3-on-1 match against their former ally, you have to imagine their leader, the Monday Night Messiah, will be watching closely.
With the odds heavily in their favor, Seth won't be satisfied with anything other than a convincing win.
I think that's exactly what we're going to see here tonight.
From behind with that shovel.
He's not waiting for the match to start.
It's no longer 3-on-1. That shovel's an equalizer.
He's taken out weeks of built-up frustration after being held back by Seth and his group.
He said he was going to bury Seth's followers, but I didn't know he meant it literally.
I think Mustafa Ali and Austin Theory could have serious injuries.
It doesn't appear that the scheduled match will take place. Seth's crew is decimated.
Maybe, but it looks like Murphy still wants to fight.
Poor decision on his part. This guy's out for vengeance.
Nonetheless, it looks like we're now going to have a singles match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
Well, the Messiah has arrived.
It is time to embrace the vision.
The Messiah and his kingdom. Seth Rollins at the showcase of the Immortals.
Michael, you of all people have to remember the heist of the century when Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 31.
He'd go on to defeat... Hold on, it's Seth Rollins' disciples.
Well, last we knew, they weren't medically cleared to be here.
Looks like they're going to get revenge for what was done to them on Raw with that shovel.
Never underestimate the Monday Night Messiah. We should have known he wasn't going into this
Mania. It's not supposed to end like this.
This is going to get ugly.
I can't watch.
What the hell?
What just happened?
He hits Seth with the stomp.
Could this be it? He's done it. After a shocking turn of events where former allies turned enemies became allies again, Seth Rollins has been dethroned, and we have a new WWE champion.
And more than a new champion, it looks like we have a new alliance with a new leader.
I think we just saw the birth of a new Monday Night Messiah.
And Seth Rollins can't believe it. He thought he had the match and his WWE Championship secured, but that was not the case. The new champion set out to bury him, and that is exactly what he just did.
This is a WrestleMania moment that will be remembered for a very long time.
I'm in shock. Wow. Congrats to the new champion.